This video will explain to you how to evaluate expressions. Evaluating just means we are going to plug in. So each of these problems, you're going to have an expression with a variable in it, and then we're going to have something that says x equals some number, and we're going to take that number and plug it in. Whenever you plug in, you need to make sure you use parentheses around your number, or it can mess up your problem. And then you're just going to follow order of operations to simplify. I would recommend doing most of this by hand when you're simplifying, not a calculator. Because sometimes when you type things into the calculator, if you do it wrong, it can make a mistake, and it's just better if you try to do most of the work by hand. So for example 1, I'm given the expression a times b squared plus c, and then I'm told a equals 2, b equals 4, c equals 7. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these numbers, and where I see them in my equation, I'm just going to plug them in. And then remember, the most important part is when you plug in, you need to put them in parentheses. So I would replace a with 2, b with 4, and c with 7. Then when I evaluate, I just follow order of operations. So I'm going to do my exponents first. So 4 squared is 16. Next I would multiply, so 2 times 16 is 32. And then I would add, and these parentheses at this point I could really just get rid of because they don't mean anything. I'm still just doing the addition. And so my answer would be 39. For example number 2, I'm going to do the exact same thing. So it says a is 3 and b is negative 4. So I'm going to want to copy this down. So I have a parenthesis, and then instead of a, I'm going to plug in 3. Instead of b, I'm plugging in negative 4. And when I plug in, I put those in parentheses. On the bottom, I have a is 3 minus b is negative 4. And then I can start simplifying. So first thing I'm going to do is get rid of these exponents. I'm going to simplify that. So 3 squared would give me 9. Negative 4 squared would be positive 16. So this is really a positive 16. But you can see I have plus a positive, so it's really just addition. On the bottom, I have 3 minus negative 4. And I can kind of get rid of those parentheses again because they don't really do anything. I'm not doing any multiplying. There's no exponents. So it's really just 3 minus negative 4. So now on the top, I have 9 plus 16. That's 25. I have 3 minus negative 4. And remember, subtracting a negative is really like addition. So I have 7. So 25 over 7. And it didn't give me directions on making this a decimal, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So this problem, example 3, is really similar. I'm just going to start by plugging things in. When I plug them in, I have to remember to put them in parentheses. So step 1, I've plugged everything in. Then I want to follow my order of operations, so I have this set of parentheses here, so I'm going to start by simplifying that. So I would have 2 minus negative 2 in here. When I evaluate that 2 minus negative 2, this becomes addition, so I end up with 4. Next in my order of operations, I'm going to want to simplify those exponents. So 2 squared is 4. Negative 3 cubed, so that means negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. So that would get me positive 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. Then I have this multiplication. So 2 times 4 is 8. And then I'm going to add and subtract from left to right. So I'm going to start by doing this part first. 4 minus 8, so negative 4. Then I have minus negative 27. Subtracting a negative is really adding. And so the answer to this would be 23.